Skylanders Swap Force has one of, if not the best roster out of all the 6 Skylander games, with 16 Swap Force Skylanders that can turn into 256 combinations, 16 new cores, and most importantly for today's video, 16 returning Skylanders as Series 2s and 3s. The returning Skylanders are the exact same Skylanders from either Skylanders Spyro's Adventure or Giants, except for one additional ability to their upgrade paths: the Wow Pow. The Wow Pow is an upgrade past the Soul Gem that costs more than any other, but once purchased, adds new flair to the Skylanders gameplay, usually enhancing a current ability or sometimes adding something completely new. So today we're going to be looking at all 16 returning Skylanders Wow Pow abilities, testing them with some gameplay, and ranking via a tier list based off of how useful they really are. As always, I'm Victor of Saving Skylands, and I love making Skylanders content, so if you enjoy it and Skylanders as a franchise, consider subscribing, as it shows me people enjoy these videos I put a lot of time into. Right before we get started, quick shout out to all of my channel members. You guys are the best. Thank you all for showing your support towards saving Skylands. Lastly, I've added a new feature to this video at the end, where I pick comments from past videos that either have fun questions for me or just deserve some attention by those watching. So leave a comment and you just might see yours in the next video. And if you can't think of anything to say, that's completely okay. Just comment, keep saving Skylands. Now on to the video. First up, Twin Blade Chop Chop, Dice and Slice Wow Pow. Hold square to charge up dual sword mode, then release to unleash a furious 2-sword attack. Taking about 4 seconds to fully charge, Chop Chop now attacks super fast, doing great damage and causing a slight knockback with each sword swipe to medium enemies. Charging the full amount is not mandatory though. For as long as you charge, that's how long you'll attack for, with a max of 4 seconds. Doesn't seem long, but the damage piles up quickly. Anchors Away Gilgrunt, Anchor Management Wow Pow. Charge up the anchor cannon and press circle to do special damage. Less of an attack and more of a setup for more attacks, this anchor pulls enemies in, leaving them vulnerable for hose and more anchor attacks. But it's definitely nice that the charged anchor also is doing damage at the same time. Blizzard Chill, Orchestration. Hold circle longer and mini orcas appear inside of the ice wall, then release to shatter the wall and launch orcas. Charging up the ice wall leaves you completely vulnerable, standing around with almost no protection other than a wall right in front of you. Charging all the blocks to have orcas takes several seconds and isn't really worth it due to the orcas' unpredictable direction. It's not too shabby of damage though, when they hit. Big Bang Trigger Happy, Rocket Ride Wow Pow. While holding square, press and hold circle to charge up a golden rocket, then release to ride it as a missile. Taking a solid 3 seconds to charge up, this rocket does massive damage. It may leave you vulnerable for that time, but hopefully you can keep away from enemies long enough to use it, as it does barrel through them and end with a bang. Firebone Hot Dog, Bees 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 Wow Pow. Hold square, then release to fire a super powerful blast of bees. Acting as a minion, the bees do pretty good damage. A large amount on the initial hit, followed by smaller amounts for several seconds after. Sadly, only able to have one on the field at a time, but it pairs well with the rest of Hot Dog's quick combos and firewall attacks. Hyper Beam Prism Break, Crystal Comrade Wow Pow. Press square to shoot crystal shards and gem shrapnel explode out, damaging enemies and looking cool. With Prism Break's crystals already acting as minions, having projectiles that goes towards enemies is perfect. They don't do great damage, but the numbers pile up and help take out what the initial crystal hit did not. Ninja Stealth Elf, Surprise Tiger Wow Pow. While invisible, press triangle to summon a powerful tiger ally. It also unlocks the ninja costume. Fast and powerful. Her tiger attack is easily a top 5 Wow Pow of all time for me personally. Stealth Elf has always been known as fast and many hits that add up over time. Now adding a huge amount of damage on a 2-hit combo with a knockback, perfect. Super Gulp Pop Fizz, Breaker Buddy Wow Pow. When throwing purple potions, one of the bottles will grow into a giant special pet. Purely a minion, this Wow Pow doesn't add much to Pop Fizz's gameplay other than a slight increase of damage from one of his minions. And sadly, you can't even change the minion's attacks with the potions despite having that upgrade in the potion path. Truly a missed opportunity to have a very unique, customizable minion. Thornhorn Camo, Explosive Harvest Wow Pow. Any melons can turn into explosive super melons and launch at enemies. Oh my god, they're everywhere! This Wow Pow is incredible. Camo already does serious damage with his melons and vines, but adding bigger melons that explode into smaller explosion is just wonderful. It can be a little tricky sometimes because the super melons are randomized on where they'll spawn, but luckily there's enough of them to cover the entire screen regardless. Turbo Jet Vac, Shoot the Breeze Wow Pow. Hold square to charge up the Vac Blaster, then release to release a gigantic tornado. A simple and sweet charge up move that adds a much needed single hit heavy damage attack to Jet Vac's gameplay. With very long range and a short charge up time, this Wow Pow flows extremely well into Jet Vac's upgrades. Mega Ram Spyro, Head Start Wow Pow. Summon a magic worm ally at the end of your charge and send it after your enemies. This Wow Pow is one you'll use and probably not even realize it. Spyro's head charge is already essential to his gameplay for creating space for his fireballs. Now adding a good damage explosion that knocks enemies back after it, it is perfect to set ablaze to anyone who's left. Phantom Cinder, Skull Splosion Wow Pow. While in Shadow Dash, hold circle to morph into a giant skull, which explodes on release. This Wow Pow feels extremely similar to Spyro's, but worse in almost every way. It does cause an explosive knockback, but turning into the skull rather than sending it out as a projectile leaves you extremely vulnerable to anyone who didn't get knocked back, which is pretty often due to its short timer and area of effect. Horn Blast Whirlwind, Rainbow Rush Wow Pow. Hold triangle to take flight and release powerful rainbow shockwaves with each wing flap. Not necessarily bad on paper, but it's just extremely weird with Whirlwind's gameplay. Her gameplay is based on running around setting clouds for chain lightning or using rainbows. Now adding a stationary attack is just off. It's not bad, it does good damage and does a knockback with every hit, but I never find myself using it. Also, for some reason you can't use it while flying. You must activate it while having all 4 feet on the ground. Lava Barf Eruptor, Lava Barf 2, Barf Harder Wow Pow. Press triangle to release magma balls, then hold triangle to eat them and immediately barf them back for extra damage. Fun, fun, fun. That's all I want to say about this Wow Pow. This Wow Pow added a much needed flair to Eruptor's usual stale gameplay of running around creating eruptions. Yes, you're stationary while using it, but it covers a very large section of the screen doing great damage. With a max of 3 magma balls to eat, you can do some serious damage to enemies all over. Knockout Terapin, Have You Met My Kids Wow Pow. While burrowed, press triangle to launch at enemies and hit them with your claw swipe move, as well as with mini shark allies. Also, Terapin has kids. This is my favorite Terapin by far. With this Wow Pow, Terapin becomes one of the fastest traveling Skylanders in the whole game. Adding in the occasional landed claw hit and mini shark minions attacking everyone around, this Wow Pow completely changed how I play as Terapin. Not a crazy amount of damage from Terapin's lunge or the minions, but it adds up to take out the enemies. But luckily, you are fast enough to avoid being hit at all now. Heavy Duty Sprocket, Tanks for the new toy Wow Pow. While driving the tank, hold circle to fire the Tesla cannon. Turrets and tank also do increased damage. This Wow Pow is very powerful, but has a very strange charge up and controls. Charging up the cannon does take a few seconds and lasts even less, but it will do great damage. Once. before you have to recharge it again. The controls feel extremely sensitive, so it's very hard to aim, and it doesn't help that when you start to feel in control of it, it ends. Being a top 3 damaging WoW POW in Swap Force, I can't say much. Then I wish it either lasted longer and did less damage, or just had a wider area of effect and less touchy controls. Now that we are done with the ranking today, it is time for some comment recognition. This is something new that I'd like to keep doing, so drop a comment and maybe you'll be featured in the next one. First comment from Camo's Melon Bomb. Great video, love watching your tier list videos, keep saving Skylands. Next we have a comment from Flare of Adam X9980. Finally, I've always felt melee attacks in Vicarious Vision games are clunky and have a little stutter when used. Geez, like a stutter me trying to get through that comment. But this is referring to my last ranking video where I said the Vicarious Vision games combat feels a little sluggish and like has a stutter when you hit an enemy. Now we have a comment from Necro Magician 666. I'd kill to have a PC porting. Can you imagine the positive impact that a port of the Skylanders games to PC would do? It would be amazing. Now a comment from Admiral Thumpback. I love the profile picture, but peak upload as always. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And the last comment of today's video is Boy with 4 Ys, Hafe Saving Skylands. Something I learned recently is that you can actually switch paths in Giants through Persephone. I don't know if you can just do it at the ship, but I know for sure that you can do it in Chapter 2, specifically Phase 2 of Chapter 2. Well, here's the thing. You could switch paths with any series Skylanders when you talk to Persephone or use an upgrade pod, but you do have to be level 74 in Superchargers to have anyone switch paths. That wraps it up for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video and leave a comment on which WoW POWs are your favorite from Skylanders Swap Force. Maybe I even persuaded you to want one of these awesome Series 2 and 3 Skylanders. But that's all from me. As always, keep saving Skylands, and I'll see you all soon.